Alright, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do a reaction to Paris Hilton, This Is Paris. What time are we? We're 7:45 a.m. on a Sunday, the 20th of September 2020. But I'm hungry, so I'm gonna make myself some pancakes. And I'm probably gonna eat it either on the messy couch or on the wobble chair. Yes, I use a wobble chair. Not sponsored by Wobble Chair, but they sent me a wobble chair and I use it. It's been several months, so if you want a wobble chair, I'll put the link in the description. Oh boy, I need to get more flour. So I'm gonna write in my bujo. Okay, I'm starting a new page because the other page is all messed up, and this is the page for the video that I'm gonna react to. So I have that cleared up. If you've seen my bujo video. Alright, so what page is it? 124, 125. Okay, so to buy flour. Oh boy. Don't forget the bujo. Alright, let's see this. Now mind you, I've seen this already. So to prevent this from being a long ass video, I'm gonna give you a synopsis with a visual synopsis and then try to hit on the major points of this documentary by Paris Hilton. Initially I was moved by parts of it, but then after thinking about it, I had different thoughts, so stay tuned.
How's the volume and stuff now?
The volume's good.
Cool, here we go.
Alright, 1, 2, 3, that's hot. This is Paris. Paris Hilton. Paris. This is Paris Hilton. How many voices do I have?
Well, that's pretty good.
That was your real voice.
This is Paris Hilton.
This is Paris Hilton. No, this is.
No, this is.
This is Paris Hilton. Paris f***ing Hilton. This is Paris f***ing Hilton! That's hot. That's hot. That's hot. Loves it. Loves that. When I first started this film, I honestly don't even recognize that person anymore. Ever since we started shooting this, I've realized a lot more about myself. I'm nervous. I'm shaking. It's hard to even eat because my stomach is just like turning. I don't know, it's something that's very personal and not something I like talking about. I feel like the whole world thinks they know me because I've been playing this character for so long.
I've always heard that people hang out at Walmart. Why?
I don't know.
What is Walmart?
That's not me. No one really knows who I am. Something happened in my childhood that I've never talked about with anyone. I still have nightmares about it. I wish I could bring like a camera into my dreams and like show you what it's like. It's terrifying. And I relive that every night. I experienced it, and to this day, I'm still traumatized. And I think the only way to have these nightmares stop is to do something about it.
Okay, so you see Paris Hilton, the beginning of the film. She's going in her place, but then you see her in a recording studio and she talks about This Is Paris. And she does her little doll voice. This is Paris. This is Paris. Is this Paris? No, this is Paris. This is Paris. Which one is Paris? It's Paris Hilton, bitch. So, yeah. Then at about 4 minutes in, she, alludes to being nervous and she says it's very personal. And she says at around 4 minutes and 43 seconds that she has nightmares about it. So there's interchanging narrative, what she says, and some cartoons about her having nightmares, and so you get more imagery, At 5:15 she talks about how she's still traumatized about it. So you're getting a prelude, a foresight, a foreshadowing of her about to talk about what's happened to her. Now, of course, if you saw the previews, you would know that, okay, there was something there, because the previews give you the whole story in 1 minute.
I'll just be normal. Sorry, I'm so used to like playing a character that it's like hard for me to like be normal. I always, like when a camera's around, like turn into someone else. We're driving to my grandfather's house. My grandfather doesn't know we're shooting there. Like he has no idea. Like hates cameras. I did not inherit that part from him. When I talk, do you want me looking in the camera or just looking off camera?
Right past it. I'm going to be next to it. Talk to me.
Okay.
All right, go back. Do it again. Real walk.
What do you mean? I'm not on a runway? So cute that he put this up. These pictures are so classic. This is my grandfather Baron and his brother Nikki Hilton and my grandmother Marilyn. My family has always been very conservative. Being part of this family, it's a lot of pressure. It's a lot of weight because I feel like I'm carrying on a legacy. Well, my great-grandfather and my grandfather created an insane empire of hotels. And growing up, that was a lot to live up to. It was hard to just like totally be myself. I was nicknamed Star.
What are you excited about, Star?
Because I was his first baby. My dad always was filming everything. So I just remember always having a camera around as a little girl.
Kiss the bunny.
It was just this free spirit. I'd not been through any trauma yet.
Excuse me, are you that famous actress? What's your name again?
Paula Abdul.
I look at my mom and dad. They've been together since my mom was 15. My mom was 19 when she had me.
The Hilton family, there are 8 children. The first 5, they got millions and millions of dollars. And then the 3 younger ones, they did not.
Okay, this synopsis is getting a little more difficult. I want to just do clips of everything, but I'm going to just paraphrase everything. So she starts off in this clip where she says it's difficult to get out of character. She always puts on a character when the camera's on her. And so she's driving to her grandfather's place, who doesn't know she's going to be filming there. And she talks about having a lot of pressure put upon her because she has to keep up a legacy, you know, the Hilton legacy. And her father would always film her. And she was nicknamed Star, I guess, by her father. You see a lot of video, old footage from the 90s or 1990 or late 80s where she'd be filmed and she'd be called Star. Hey Star, hey Star. What do you want to be when you grow up? And who are you trying to be now? And she says Paula Abdul. She calls herself a free spirit. She was a very free spirit. Or was it someone narrating it? I don't remember now. So this was before any of the trauma happened. She must have been around 9 because she was born in 1981, which makes her 39 now, in 2020. She talks about how her mom was a child actress and model, but her mom didn't want her going into that. So now her mom comes onto the scene, but she also says that her grandma was a single mom. Her mom was actually 19 when she had Paris. So if Paris is 39 in 2020, that would make her mom 58. And so you get a little... So her mom starts talking, she's being interviewed, and she says that they were 8 children and 5 of the 8 got all the money and the other 3 had to work. So she and her husband had to work.
My mom just wanted my sister and I to be like these little princesses. I went to Catholic school for most of my childhood. My mom always taught me to be very proper, private, and to always portray that everything's perfect. My mom just wanted me to be a Hilton, and I just wanted to be Paris.
Alpha, Beta, Charlie, take 1.
Can I just preface this by saying I don't do these types of interviews. In the past 20 years, I've chosen to not really partake in them. But in order for this to be genuine and authentic, there's no one in the world that knows her better than me. So funny. Because her brand is a lot more glamorous than she is. She's a chick who likes to scrapbook at home with her dogs, eat leftovers. She sounds like Homer Simpson. No, but she's very normal. Paris, let's go.
I know.
Move it for the animals.
Brush my fangs.
I don't want to be late.
It's my most normal thing in the world to be late.
I don't even know how we're related.
Bye, guys. Love you. Dude, I don't have a little square. I have no squares. So I'm bringing all these wires.
Paris is addicted to drama.
Oh, no. Go. I'm not leaving my sunglasses. I can't.
You were going to a f***ing animal bed.
I know, but I need them.
No, you do not need
Yes, I do. I'll take one. If they're on the table, please.
Always has to be fast-paced and going, and even leaving the house and losing the phone and running back to get the laptop. There's always some form of dramedy. I'm going in the car.
I swear to God, they're right on the counter. God damn it, it's this f***ing purse. My gorgeous sisters on our way to the Animal Haven charity.
I can't even fake a smile right now because you're so annoying. Let's go!
Just ruined the whole snap. Sorry, I'm a little late. But are you mad at me?
Yes.
Just sorry.
It's rude.
I know. I apologize.
Okay, so Paris states that she went to Catholic school for her life. Her mom wanted her to be, proper, private, and making appearances that everything is perfect. She wanted her to be a Hilton, but Paris just wanted to be Paris. So then you see an interview with Nikki Hilton, which is Paris's sister, I believe older sister. And so Nikki says, I want to preface this that I don't usually do these types of interviews, but if anyone knows Paris, I know Paris. Like stating that she's the one who would know the real Paris because she's her sister and she's with her all the time. So she goes on to state that her brand, Paris's brand, is more glamorous than she actually is. And then also she sounds like Homer Simpson. She also states that she's addicted to drama. Everything has to be a dramedy. Whether it's forgetting a laptop, forgetting wires, forgetting this, doing this, something has to cause a drama. So you see Paris and Nikki kind of arguing over squares. She's got squares, she's got wires, but she doesn't have squares. And Nikki's saying, well, this is a friggin' animal banquet. Then you see them in the car, and then you get a glimpse of the sister-in-law, Teresa Hilton, which is Paris's sister-in-law. I didn't know about this. And so Nikki is angry, and Paris reverts to child. Are you mad at me, Kyrie?
Growing up, we were different.
Let's go.
I was definitely more girly. Well, I was more into sneaking into my mom's closet and playing with her clothes and her shoes. Paris was more a tomboy.
Are you going on the golf course, Paris?
She has this persona that she's this sexy, bombshell, but she really is like a boy at heart.
Oh, is that how you dress tonight? That looks good.
Wearing your shorts, Dad.
Her and my dad were always doing just fun, weird, animal-related things.
I knew they'd be over here with the penguins.
Let me catch one. Who likes it?
Look at the other ones wondering what that is.
She would save up her money to buy monkeys, snakes, ferrets, everything. And once she let the snake out of the cage at the Waldorf.
Did she ever tell you about how she had a pet goat, hidden in my grandfather's tennis court?
Or the little monkey that got out, hanging up on the chandelier.
This cat does not like dogs. I like animals more than people.
They say trauma, the mind may forget, but the body never forgets.
In my life, I've never really looked back at the past. I've always looked toward the future, building my business and creating my own brand. I have 19 product lines, skincare, makeup, every type of product you can imagine. My fragrances have done almost $3 billion in sales. All of these brands are always sending me clothes because they want me to post about them. A different outfit every couple hours of the day. I've never been photographed in the same thing twice.
Alright, so Nikki continues on and saying that when they were growing up, they were different. They are completely different. That Nikki is very girly and that she likes to go into her mother's closet and looking for clothes, and whereas Paris was more like a tomboy. That she puts on this image of a blonde bombshell, but she's really a boy. I can see that. I can see her kind of butch and masculine. I see her like that. Her mother talks about how Paris was into animals. I think Nikki was talking about that too. They show a little bit of video footage with her and penguins in a park when she was in the zoo when she was like 10, I guess. And then her mother talks about monkeys and snakes, and then there was a goat, a story about a goat, and then it pans to her holding all her dogs on a red carpet event with 2 other girls. I think it was her sister. Notes, man, trying to take notes. And then she says, I like animals more than I like. So then Nikki says trauma. They say something about trauma. The mind forgets, but the body does not forget. That was deep. So then it pans to Paris talking about her never looking in the past. She always looks into the future. She has 19 businesses, skincare, makeup, fragrances, which made $3 billion in sales, or in total. I don't know. She's always traveling 250 days out of the year, all over the world. Then she talks about how she has to wear a different outfit 3 times a day. Was it 3 times a day? And take a picture. Cut brands will always send her clothes to wear. And that's the trying thing about being an influencer. You can never wear the same clothes twice.
My fans all around the world name themselves the Little Hiltons.
Love my girls. Love you so much.
Yes. I feel less alone when my Little Hiltons are there.
So what's your message to your fans?
What's up, Shiraz, and what's up, everyone? I am so excited to be in Korea. We're gonna have the best time in Paris Hilton skincare launch. Yes. Been on camera my whole life, basically. But I also do get nervous, especially when it's big crowds of people. When I was a teenager, that was probably my dream, to be chased by paparazzi.
Thank you, Paris. I finished my role in A Beautiful Lady. Thank you.
Bye, boys. Good night.
When I was 18, I was going to clubs and parties and being photographed.
In the gossip papers in Los Angeles, you and your sister have been a staple. Why are people so fascinated with you?
People always ask me that, and I don't know, I'm just living my life.
But after the simple life, the paparazzi were insane.
Hey, Paris. Hollywood TV says hello.
How's lunch, Paris? I built the foundation of one of the biggest paparazzi companies in the world on the back of Paris Hilton. I had over 100 guys in Los Angeles, all of them making a living of Paris Hilton. For a photograph, at that time, it could range between $50,000 up to $1 million.
I feel like that was the height of everything.
Can I get a picture with you? Thank you. I love your song. Thank you.
Paris really started that movement of having paparazzi follow your every move. I wouldn't be here today if it hadn't been for, number one, her starting off in the reality world and her introducing me to the world.
Paris, how are you today? Good. You look great. Kim, you look awesome.
I think the best advice that she ever could have given me was just watching her.
Alright, so Paris goes on to say that her fans like to be called the Little Hiltons. So she refers now to her fans as the Little Hiltons. She also states that she's been on camera most of her life, but she still gets nervous, especially in crowds of a lot of people. When she was a teenager, her dream was to be followed by paparazzi. When she was 18, she would go off to clubs and be photographed by people. However, after a simple life, the paparazzi went insane with her. So then it pans to a paparazzi company owner stating that a picture of Paris can be anywhere from $50,000 to $1 million, and that paparazzi companies have based all their revenue from Paris. Companies have been formed because of Paris. Then we get to Kim Kardashian. So we see Paris walking in front of the paparazzi with Kim Kardashian, and Kim Kardashian states that, you know, Paris started the movement of having your life followed by paparazzi. Kim Kardashian was Paris's former assistant, and she also states that the best advice that Paris gave her was having her watch her.
I remember 2004, around that time, she was like grabbing her camera, taking a picture of herself. I didn't even know what a selfie was.
Everyone says I'm the original influencer, but sometimes I feel like I helped create a monster.
Hair and glam, ready 8 a.m. Ready at 8. We get you in bed now, you sleep, hair and glam, ready 8 a.m.
Wake refreshed, yeah. In my dreams, never wake refreshed. So tiring. I'm just literally, my mind is going through what the upcoming months are, and it's non-stop. Travel all around the world, and I've seen nothing except hotel room, club, stores. I don't even know who I am sometimes. I'm always kind of putting on this, you know, facade or just like happy, perfect life. Just had this plan and then created this brand and this persona and this character, and I've been stuck with her ever since. And like, I didn't used to be that way. I have horrible insomnia. I'm scared to go to bed at night. I always have this recurring nightmare, no matter what I do. I'm in bed, and these two people come into my room. And say, do you want this to happen the easy way or the hard way?
Okay, so eventually it got to the point where Paris didn't want to become a reality star anymore. Then I think her assistant, manager, I don't know who this guy is, I didn't check the small print. He was stating that in 2004 that he saw Paris taking her camera and turning it towards herself and taking pictures. And voila, she became the original influencer. But she feels sometimes she created a monster. Then, you know, Paris is dancing around trying to look good for the camera, and then her manager, I guess, says hair and glam, ready by tomorrow by 8 a.m. Ready by 8 a.m. And then she's with her two friends, which previously they were fans, but she picked them to hang out with her. And she said to them, I can't be ready by 8. So it's stressful for her. So then you see her in her bed saying, wake refreshed. I never wake refreshed. And she's all stressed. Then it pans to 2 a.m. and she's scrolling her phone. You got that blue light, man. You gotta turn it off. It keeps your mind working. She says, I travel around the world and I don't see it. I've traveled around the world and I've seen nothing. Just malls and cars and whatever. Airports. Sometimes I don't know who I am. But she states that she didn't used to be that way. That's the key. And she starts to tear a little bit. So she says she has horrible insomnia. She's scared to go to bed at night. She has this recurring nightmare where she's in bed and two people grab her and start dragging her and say, we could do this the easy way or we could do this the hard way. And all this time she's trying to run. Alright, so it's been quite some time since I saw Paris Hilton, This Is Paris video. I wanted to watch it again to continue because I was just so over it. I saw it twice already and the video is already really long. I just edited it and I'm like, okay, now just gonna film this. I mean, basically, if you haven't seen the video yet, it's still free on YouTube from last time I checked. And you know, she gets taken away to Provo school, dragged out of her room. Her parents do that to her, then they're treated badly, they're humiliated, verbally abused, I think physically abused too, or sent into solitary confinement. Spoiler alert, alright? And then she met with a whole bunch of other people who went to the same school as her. She was the biggest celebrity who went to that school, and then she's trying to do a campaign against that. Now the thing is about Paris is like, she wants to make $1 billion, but at the same time she doesn't like her life. but she likes her life, and it's like, you know, and these types of videos come out now with mental health, and so initially I was moved by it, but then afterwards I'm like thinking she kind of went on a bandwagon, you know what I mean? I'm not saying I like her or dislike her, I watched the video twice, so I mean I did like it. So anyways, if you want me to do a second video on the rest of the video, just let me know, but otherwise you can watch it yourself. And today's my birthday. It's November 7th, 2020, not the same date I shot the rest of the clips, so yeah, still waking up. And please like, subscribe, share, all that stuff. See you next time.